crypto big picture. It's introducing two things into the world. It's introducing sort of public money and permissionless finance, and it's introducing public compute and smart contracts. And those are both really big breakthroughs. And XRP is interesting in that it has aspects of the public money side and also increasingly access of these sort of smart contracting style applications. I know it's not fully there, but it offers a legitimate shot on goal on those two big new introductions. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the reason it's been a sustained asset. And that's the reason you see the market capitalization, which is, of course, the reason that you see it high up the list, right? It's been around and it's had staying power. I would note there are a lot of crypto assets that have been around and are no longer in that position on the list, right? Some of the OG crypto assets, they all haven't sustained that interest to this day. And XRP is one that has, right? Yeah. More so than other assets you might point to.
BitcoinZella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to BitcoinZella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, let's discuss these topics and more.
Funny thing about crypto is it's one of the only markets where people are still primarily focused on single exposures. If you look at the equity market or you look at the bond market, no one's buying one stock. They're buying a basket of stocks. No one's buying one bond. They're buying an ETF of bonds. Our view is that the same is going to be true in the crypto market. As you move from primarily retail to primary institutional capital, they're going to want diversified exposure. That's the way institutions invest. That's what they're taught in school. That's what they're taught in their careers. And that's a dominant paradigm. So I think you're going to see more of these diversified exposures, more people wanting to make a bet on crypto and not make a bet on, Bitcoin individually or Ethereum individually. Let's just make a bet that crypto and public blockchains are going to be more important in 10 years than they are today. That's a bet I have very high confidence in. And the way you would express that is a diversified portfolio. We're converting those strategies to rotate between, let's say, Bitcoin and treasuries. So if the market is in a positive momentum period where Bitcoin's price is rising and the 10-day moving average is above the 20, they'll be in Bitcoin. And otherwise, they'll be in treasuries if the market is falling. I would just say, momentum is the most established factor in all asset classes, in stocks, in bonds, in real estate, in commodities, and indeed in crypto. There's a big academic literature on that. And so we're just trying to offer a new strategy that captures that momentum aspect for people who are worried about those big pullbacks in crypto, which, quite honestly, is a lot of us. So I think this idea is to rotate out when the markets are in that position. XRP in general, first, I think you probably heard me say this, we're in the ETF era of crypto. So I think there are going to be ETFs on a wide variety of ETPs. XRP specifically, it has a very vibrant community. It's been around for many years and sustained that community. It has a novel consensus approach that's been working at, low inflation rates. And it has interesting and evolving use cases. My general view on crypto, I'm an index investor at heart, right? I come from the sort of index investing side. My general view is we are still in the early stages of crypto and no one knows exactly how it will play out. And so we want to offer investors access to a wide variety of assets. XRP is one with a strong community and a strong track record and a strong history. There are people with positive views. There are people with negative views. We understand that, but just if we can structure a, low-cost, secure way to access that, we think that's an improvement for the market. People overlook that. They forget that these established platforms have very smart business development people that are working every day to find new applications. And whether you're talking about, rolling out stable coins or partnership with leading financial firms, there is a lot to point to on the business development side in terms of what's going on in the XRP or Ripple community. And I think maybe it doesn't get fully reported. So we're excited about that.
Bitcoin has stabilized around $60,000 after a recent drop, and analysts are watching closely to see if it will break above $64,000 or face further decline. After breaking below $64,000, Bitcoin found support near $60,000, resisting further decline. If BTC fails to break above the 200-day moving average, a drop toward $56,000 or even $52,000 is likely. The 4-hour chart shows a shift to bearish, but RSI indicates an oversold state, hinting at possible recovery. The net realized profit and loss metric is at levels last seen at $30,000, signaling a potential bullish phase ahead. If Bitcoin breaks above $64,000, it could head towards $65,000. Rejection may lead to further declines. Bitcoin's future depends on whether it can reclaim key levels or face another downturn. A new HBO documentary claims to reveal the true identity of Bitcoin's mysterious creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, which could have major financial and political implications. The documentary's claims will likely face scrutiny, with the crypto community demanding proof before accepting any identity as Satoshi Nakamoto.
Well, that's, it's kind of the mantra of our channel. We talk so much we talk Bitcoin. We'll get into a lot of the blue chip altcoins. We get into the Web3 gaming space quite a bit, mainly because that very point is the diversity of not only the asset class, but also the potential opportunity within all these sectors to grow based on all sorts of variations. I mean, you've got things from a global standpoint that are impacting many of these, all that. So I think you guys are on the right track. I wanted to get your opinion on something. This was Eleanor Tarrant coming over Fox Business, and she made some statements here that I thought were interesting around this. The SEC, of course, has not filed its Form C with the Second Circuit. This is in reference to the appeal, so they need to do this pretty fast so Ripple kind of knows how to proceed. They also have 14 days from today to file a cross appeal if they choose to do so. I'm just kind of curious, do you think that we could see a scenario, because this seems like a little bit of a chess match right now between the SEC and Ripple. Do you think that maybe the SEC could just simply say, we're going to drop this appeal?
Oh, wow. That would be interesting. I mean, of course, anything is possible, and I'm not a legal expert. We'd have to talk to my general counsel. My view is that the SEC seems to be moving down the pathway of appealing this, but we will see. At the end of the day, what I'm focused on from a legal perspective is that, crypto has done exceptionally well when challenged by the SEC in court on major cases. I think Ripple is probably the most well-known example of that, but there have been multiple instances where the courts have found that the SEC has overstepped, and that the arguments the crypto industry has made are maybe more sound than are purported in the mainstream media. They have a very good track record in court. I think that's the case here. And so I don't know on this no appeal story, but I think Ripple has made real progress in court against the SEC, and I think they should feel good marching forward on that.
Well, listen, Judge Torres is probably going to have a field day, I think, with this one on what we've seen, and we've reported on this and covered this, done deep dives on this pretty extensively. It'll be an interesting round of legal, hoops that we'll be dealing with for a little while. So it's going to be one to watch.
Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, warns of rising global tensions possibly leading to World War II and urges people to prepare. Kiyosaki points to Israel's actions against Iran as a potential spark for World War II. He questions the current U.S. administration's ability to manage international crises effectively. Past conflicts, including Kiyosaki's concern over the Nord Stream pipeline, often stem from competition over energy resources. Kiyosaki warns that rising U.S. debt and inflation increase the likelihood of financial collapse. As a Vietnam War veteran, Kiyosaki's memories fueled his fear of global conflict escalation. Kiyosaki's message calls for awareness and preparation in light of geopolitical risks and economic instability. Economist Peter Schiff has warned that restoring a real economy requires letting the phony economy collapse, which would result in significant financial losses for many. However, he emphasized that the alternative is worse, as it would lead to the devaluation of money itself. Schiff criticized the government and Federal Reserve policies, particularly following the 2008 financial crisis, and cautioned that today's debt-fueled economic bubble is even larger than previous ones. Bitcoin Cash, BCH, has emerged as a popular cryptocurrency. offering fast and low-cost transactions. In the vibrant city of Townsville, Australia, BTH adoption has reached new heights thanks to the Bitcoin.com wallet app and the Bitcoin.com point of sales register app. This article explores how the Bitcoin.com ecosystem, backed by generous supporters like Code Valley, has enabled Bitcoin Jason to expand the merchant network and drive the adoption of Bitcoin Cash in Townsville. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.